Welcome to the Instagram stories for Wednesday, May 14th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. Today on the show, the head of Instagram, Mosseri, is going to stop by to talk about two features of the Instagram app you might not be familiar with: mute and restrict. Mute is great if you want to still stay following a friend or family member who just posts way too often and you want to see less of their content. Also, we'll talk about restrict and how you can use that if you're a business owner. Additionally, there's some updates to the Edits app that I will get into, and Lauren from the Creator Insider team at YouTube shares some product updates for what the team is working on over there. And of course, because it's Wednesday, I will do Wednesday Waffle, which is where I talk about a topic that may or may not be related to social media after the end theme music. All of that and more on today's episode, but first, here's a quick word from our sponsors. Welcome back. Let's start with the Instagram news, and here is the head of Instagram, Mosseri, explaining two features of the Instagram app you might not know about: mute and restrict.
Two features you might not know about that you might like on Instagram: mute and restrict. So mute allows you to stop showing someone's posts in your feed, your stories, or even their notes without unfollowing them so that they don't know, which can be helpful sometimes. The other one is restrict. So if you've ever had somebody harass you on Instagram and you'd like to block them, but you're worried that they're going to know that you blocked them, restrict essentially is a shadow block. It makes it so that if they comment on your stuff, nobody else can see it, but it looks like they commented on your stuff. It makes it so you can read their messages without sending read receipts, a way to give those who are targets of some sort of harassment a way to take a little bit of power back. Also something that not everyone knows about. So check them out. Both mute and restrict, great ways to help shape Instagram into something that works for you. Peace.
Both of these features are great for different reasons. If there's someone that you've been connected with on Instagram for a long time and you want to stay connected, maybe they're a close family member or a friend, but you just feel like you see way too much content from them, you can mute their stories, or you can mute their feed posts, or you can mute all their posts. You have the ability to customize whatever level of content you want to see from that person. And of course, they'll never know that you muted them. Additionally, restrict is a great option, especially if you are someone who either potentially has been bullied on the platform, or maybe you have a family member who's being bullied, or you're a business and you have customers who may not have had the best experience with your business, and they might write something inappropriate or mean on Instagram in your comments that other potential customers could see. In that case, you could use the restrict feature, and this way their comment will be hidden from other people who come to your page. It is a very interesting feature to use. I definitely recommend using restrict, especially if you don't want other followers or people who come to your page to see comments that others have made. And now let's move on to some edits news. The @creators account shared some updates that the edits team has been working on. The first is beat markers. So you can now add an auto-detected beat marker so that you know where to align your clips, text, and overlays with audio when you're editing. Now, to be clear, this will not automatically insert your footage and cut it at the correct moment in the beat. That's something that CapCut does. It has a feature called Auto Beat, which is AI powered. So in edits, you would still need to time and place your footage, but it's easier knowing where that beat marker is so that you can do it accurately. Additionally, the Edits app now has more under the Inspiration tab, so you can utilize audio from another clip or replicate the style in your own videos. The post that the @creators account has made around this says, "We're now testing how to show content made with edits or by creators just like you. Create with audio you discover or save trending reels for later." Additionally, the edits team posted that they are adding more animation and filter options to the editing tools. It's nice to see how quickly the edits team is adding new features to this app, and I will, of course, keep you posted. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, the YouTube Creator Insider team is going to be sharing some updates about things they're working on and some feedback they've received from last week's update. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Let's move on to the YouTube news. Interestingly, the YouTube team does listen to feedback that they get from these updates. Last week on the show, they shared how the revert to original option that's inside YouTube Creator Studio was going to be taken away. They say that they've heard the upset users of that feature, and they explain the reasons why they're going to take it away. Here's the clip.
What's up, Insiders? I'm Lauren, a program manager working on our product team here at YouTube, and the producer of Creator Insider. So let's get into it. To begin, let's chat about the Revert to Original feature. The team has been reading all your feedback and knows the removal is not ideal. The team shared that the feature had a high level of abuse, which was the primary reason for the decision to remove the feature. They needed to safeguard our systems against this. It's worth noting that this feature was introduced when the studio editor was not very reliable, and in the past months, the team has significantly improved the reliability and quality of the preview feature. Beginning in June 2025, you'll want to make sure you review your videos and are satisfied with your edits before saving. The team also recommends you save a copy of your video before editing to use as a backup. We'll keep you posted if we have more information to share.
Okay, I'm just going to pause for a quick second and say that I really appreciate the transparency from the YouTube team about why they are removing this feature. Obviously, people are still upset, but I think having that information is very helpful. Here are the rest of the updates from Lauren.
Moving on. We appreciate the insiders' feedback over the past few months about the new mini player. The team has been testing alternatives, and beginning this week, users will be able to hide the mini player off screen. Playback will continue for premium users when the player is hidden. For non-premium users, all content, including ads, will pause immediately and resume once the player is visible again if the player was playing before it was hidden. Next, up until now, users could collaborate on YouTube playlists and customize them by uploading their own covers or using Gen AI to create custom thumbnails. Now, users can upvote their favorite videos and downvote the rest, allowing them to shape the playlist's flow. Voting is anonymous, so you won't know who voted on specific videos. However, you can still see the total number of votes each video has received. In order to vote, viewers will need to be signed into YouTube. Once signed in, they can upvote or downvote videos directly in the playlist by tapping or clicking the up or down arrow beneath the video title. Each unique signed-in account can only vote once per video in a playlist. And playlist owners can disable the setting that sorts videos by votes. This feature will be available to users globally on the YouTube main app and music apps, as well as YouTube web and mobile web. We'll leave more information, including how to enable collaboration on playlists, in the description. And that's it for this week. From the creators of YouTube to YouTube creators, we'll see you next week.
Okay, that's it for updates from the YouTube team, and that is going to do it for the news portion of today's episode. If you want to listen to the Wednesday Waffle, where I talk about a slightly different topic, stick around until after the break. As always, thank you so much for listening.
Instagram news got you covered. Sometimes even TikTok. Relevant platforms in the metaverse ahead of the wave. Without a break or a pit stop. Still waiting for Zuckerberg to give me the big job. Pause. Use trademarks and logos with Insta's permission, of course. If you like the show and you gain some good info, maybe leave a review. It's a type of applause. Just drop me a message if you want to collab. If you got some good content or you want to run ads. At Daniel Hill Media is where I am. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, hey, thanks for sticking around. One of the things that I know people really appreciate about this show is the way I do Mosseri Monday, talking about all the clips that the head of Instagram shared on his Ask Me Anything. And over the years, I've collected quite a large database of these clips. Recently, I saw someone on Threads complaining that they ask Adam questions all the time, but he never answers them. And they really wanted to know if editing a caption after you posted a reel had any effect on the video. Their specific question was, does editing a caption on a post after it's been made affect how it does in the algorithm? Interestingly, Adam Mosseri had answered that question in the past, but I didn't know how I could find the clip out of all the ones I'd saved on my hard drive. I ended up having to go through it manually in order to find the answer that she was looking for. And I did find the clip. Here it is.
No, we don't try to understand if content is edited and then value it more or less. What we try to do is predict how interested each of your followers will be in anything you post, usually by looking at how likely they are to like it, to comment on it, to share it, that sort of thing.
So I was able to share that clip with her, showing that Adam Mosseri had answered this question in the past, and she was extremely grateful. But this got me thinking, what could I do with this very large database of clips I have on my hard drive? How could I best put it online, have AI search it so that I could potentially share this knowledge and database with others? I'm not saying I would charge for it, but just how could I put it out there in a searchable way? I haven't uncovered a perfect solution yet. I did find some tools that let you upload a massive amount of clips and then have AI search them, but they charge a lot for that. And that's not exactly where I'm looking to go because I don't make a profit off these clips. And they're not my information, so to speak. It's not my voice on these clips. But my question is, if you're familiar with a tool that can allow me to upload a large amount of clips and then make it searchable and make that public so other people can access it, I would really like to know. Again, this is video clips of the head of Instagram answering a lot of different questions. The file names do not correspond in any way to the content. I've never named the files, so they're just random gibberish gobbledygook names. But if you have an AI tool that you think would work for this, please drop me a message at Daniel Hill Media. I would really appreciate it. And then if I can create that tool, I can share it with you, the listener, and many others. As always, thank you so much for listening, and I appreciate any feedback or ideas that you have.